All right, YouTube. Sorry about that delay. I took a moment to clear my head and take a look at the image. And what we got going on is my, this is interesting. I have a cigarette. I have a Wacom tablet. uh, anyway, so let's get back to the point. We have these wonderful shadows around the scapula. Look at this shape. This serrated shape. It's not serrated, it's just the ribs. And then here as well. It's utterly beautiful. I like to punch it. I'm not sure how to do it yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Um, Also, what I'd like to do is I'd like to swell the area in the center with a cool color. Just right here, this plane. And then the vertebrae themselves, as they poke through the skin, I like to swell to a warm color to make them pop all the way down the neck. It's a very beautiful pose, in fact. I thought it was a junk image, but it's not. And we're going to leave, believe it or not, we're not going to do anything to the panty line because they add to the composition itself. Maybe we can desaturate the bra line. The panty line is a good set of lines on this body. All of it is. Let's get to it, YouTube. Alright, so I am going to bring in a new transparency layer. We're going to call it tone. Of course, my server goes out. Believe it or not, this is a really annoying aspect of work. This is used for a break, but I already took one. So now I'm going to switch over to the airbrush tool. I didn't know what the brush tool does, and I'm not going to use it probably. Bring the opacity down. Bring it to the multiply type. Size is way too small, so we'll bring it up. That's reasonable. We're going to bring it up more. That's really reasonable for this tone. This is the plan. But first and foremost, we're going to switch back down to the edit layer and desaturate. How do I do that? How do I do that? Huh. I'm going to put, okay, I'm going to put another layer called desaturation. I'm going to paint gray. I'm going to paint this gray over this area, and with a hue or tone or color, excuse me, with a color layer. So rather than tone, what do we call it? Desaturate. I think that's the way it's spelled. I don't care how it's spelled anyway. What is it? So that. I'll pick the eyedropper, get that color right along the edge. Why aren't you working? Oh, we went the wrong layer. Alright, we got the nice gray. Nice gray. I'm going to go back to the saturation layer. I'm going to just paint over. I'm going to paint with full opacity over everything visible. Why aren't you painting? I was at multiply. Silly me. right? And this is okay. We can do this. Is this black? Maybe I can't do that. Maybe I have to erase some. So it looked horrible now for the second, but we won the war on this one. Because we're just going to go ahead and switch the mode to color. That's saturation. Still there, but less obtrusive by far. Alright, so we're back up to tone. And we're just going to paint darkness in and switch the careful with that back. Bring the opacity down. Very lightly build. Very lightly build along the trapezius. Major fibers of trapezius. These are the major fibers of trapezius that you're seeing. Make up most of the back. And they bundle. And you raise your shoulders like that, except she's bent over. There's a tone. I got it already. And then we're going to switch it to multiply. See what happens. A nice, really nice modeled back. I can't think of anything else we need to do to it. Except for the color. Now we're going to add another layer. Call it color. Oh, here we go with color. This is going to be a little tougher painting. So what color are we going to use? Well, we already have a gray. And it's not a warm gray. Quite a warm gray, actually. So we're going to cool it down for a slight... Just a slight plain surface. Just a little touch. There we have it. I don't need anything else with this image. The back's the point, not the hair on this one. Oh, that's right. The areola. So we've been working with the same size brush, believe it or not. We're gonna go ahead, switch back to the eyedropper, go back to edit, and get the color of the ear. Wow, is that a bad color? That's a good color. That's a surprising color. Very surprising color. Just a dull magenta. It's going to work. Take the opacity down. It's already down. Take the size down farther. And then we're going to zoom in. I'll put my cursor over the nipple. I'm going to press the plus sign to zoom in. Do I have to click on the image, Gimp? So see that slight areolar cloud. So we're just going to go back to color And I'm going to find the right size again. And we're just going to push once, twice, and 3 times. I'm going to lower the opacity slightly for everything color. And we have a good image. I'm going to zoom back out. New. Imagine window. So a little bit obtrusive. A little tiny bit obtrusive. So how am I going to handle that? I'll lower the opacity a little bit more. A little more. So the trouble is, this needs to be just as strong. And that needs to be a little stronger, actually. And we're just going to tweak it until we get it right. Not just put it all in either direction. There we go. We have our image and it's beautiful. So subtle, it's hard to stop looking at it. That's the point of photography. Great photography is a playground for the eyes. Anyway. So let's go ahead and save it out. Save. Taking a while for some reason. Done. Save as. I save it as a TIFF somehow. Or not. Export as TIFF PNG? No. What is it? TIFF image. It makes me change. Apparently, you have to do everything with open source software, right? It makes me change the. Really? Oh, that's right. That's right. Excuse me. Makes me change the file name, which isn't that bad, but should change when you change the file type. Again, you can make requests much better in open source software. So I am going to use the compression JPEG and save a comment, CC, and export. We'll get it up on GitHub. Bogus input color space. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Interesting. It should close that window. What a bug. Let's get it up on GitHub. And we have a handy dandy GitHub directory called Fine Art. I don't say so myself. The YouTube directory, which is where I have to clean off my desktop. I'm gonna click in the desktop. Press Y. There it is. I'll put both the GIMP image up. No, it's 280 megabytes. I can't. So I'm gonna put the 8 bytes. Something happened wrong. GIF I'm just gonna have to upload the sorry, the TIFF, straight TIFF, 287 megabytes. See what you did there, Gimp. So instead, I'm gonna have to upload a JPEG, and I apologize to the whole community for Gimp. They'll fix it. They always do. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this file. And we'll go back to this file. Export as. Pain would be fine, but I'm not sure how lossy it is. In fact, JPEG is better. Lossy. I'm gonna call it YouTube 1. And then the file name. Full resolution. Okay, so now we're gonna open up one of our folders. We have plenty of them open, I'm sure. There's a YouTube folder. There's a picture. 36 megabytes. I'll just go ahead and drag that over to my Fine Arts folder, which is tracked by GitHub. Not like many other directories. Actually, for Mandy. So if it makes it, it's a little bit big of a file. Alright, I'm gonna push and wait, which you can't avoid. On GitHub. Oh, it surpassed 25 megabytes, better than the web interface, and necessary for images. This caliber. And done. Thank you, YouTube. You'll find it at github.com/nicholasnicklick/fine-arts. And you'll find the image. Sorry I couldn't upload the whole source file. I apologize for that. But I'm sure Gimp will get it resolved soon. Thank you again. Bye-bye.